You are listening to another Third Coast Nerds podcast. She works hard for the money, but your mom could earn more if she just did a squat or two.
There's nothing worse than a computer to tell you you're fat. Oh, wow.
Good to be home.
Yeah, welcome back.
Good to be home.
About damn time you show up.
Yeah. I've actually missed this.
Did you really, though?
Yeah, actually I did, man. Like, I looked forward to the episode, the top 5 episode that you guys did. I was looking forward to it because I actually prepared for it. And then
you could have mailed it in. We could have read it. We could have had Computer Lady read your answers. We could have made that happen.
Why do you wait so long after to have the answers?
Why don't you tell me about it? You didn't tell me.
You could have tweeted to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have. But you didn't monitor the Twitter stream anyway.
We have to write. Someone should write that down.
The fictional
Twitter, not
stream.
the real one.
Yeah.
Do we have Twitter?
So jot that down on the OneNote, like to mail in your responses.
Circle back. Yeah.
No, to mail in responses on days you miss and have Robot Lady read the answers for you.
Add it to the flow chart.
This sounds a lot like calling your friends to figure out what homework you missed.
Yeah, especially if like Robot Voice and Kyle have the exact same answers.
Yeah.
Being that I would be controlling Robot Voice.
Exactly.
I would be changing what he did in. It'd
right.
Be like, oh no, I'm sure he likes.
He's like, these answers are good. I'm taking these for myself.
He likes the new Jurassic Park, or he likes the new Road Warrior. You know, that's exactly what I would do for Chad.
That his favorite comic book artists are only from 2010 on.
Yeah,
that's those are the only real comic books that are ever written.
I'd be like Carlos Mencia would be one of them.
Like Stan Lee is a revolutionary. Yeah, we could.
Oh, you guys.
No one would believe any of it. They know better.
Oh, you guys.
Anyone who's gotten through our 20-something episodes would know that's not Chad.
Yeah.
People know us by now, most of us.
Well, there is someone that returned from last week.
Yeah, hiding.
Hey, you.
And I'm in a limbo right now because she doesn't want to be on camera.
Oh, look, there she is. People watching on YouTube. Wave to the cameras. Oh, you can do it better than that. Give me a little winky wink.
This took a nod turn.
This is why we can't have nice things, Kyle.
Hey, it's wine week again.
So many episodes have gone by where I've thought I really want to hear Kristen's take on this, and the little bit of Facebook feedback wasn't enough, especially when the Kristen mic war popped off. I'm like, this needs to be like a 4-hour episode.
It could have been.
I want to be Maury Povich in this, and I want to have strategically placed throwable chairs.
I have an idea. So holidays are coming up, right? So there's going to be some schedule conflicts.
Better time to maim your friends.
Exactly, right? So we do, instead of a traditional cast, we just play one of the previous casts with Kristen overlaid, just talking shit about it.
Like Angry Mystery Science Theater 3000.
There we go. I think it would be glorious.
Yeah, with the new program, I could actually overlay her on, just pointing out different. And the funniest thing, we can have guests on, and they wouldn't be any wiser. Like they wouldn't know.
They had no clue. It would be pretty good.
That would be fun.
By the way, Kyle wants to raise the roof right now.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's what that means. The cameras are back.
Or it could mean that I can't hear anyone. Please turn up the headset. Because raise the roof is 2 hands. See? Everyone on the TV? Yeah.
That could have been like
if you have guns, though, you only need one.
Oh, yeah.
Or it could have been like slightly tilt the carport.
Slightly tilt the car. Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. We've been missing that. Yeah. So you got rained out at the races?
I got rained out at the races. We only spent maybe a grand total of an hour and a half at the track.
Oh, wow.
Because
of the Hurricane Patricia, right?
Yeah, because of the Hurricane Patty.
Damn it.
Was that the right name? Was it Patricia?
Yes.
That's such a stupid name for a hurricane.
Yeah.
That's so, Patricia's coming. No.
They need to be, because I mean, like, look, people have relatives that are named Patricia. People have family that are named like this.
But there's also that guy that has a mother-in-law named Patricia, and he's loving that.
Right. Like he bought 500 packs of water because she knows Patricia's a bitch.
Yeah. You know how many people have not gotten jobs because their names are Katrina?
Oh.
What's your name? No.
I wonder if you see
if your parents name you Katrina, you're probably little weird.
Well, you can go
It's a
now
weird
to
name.
the top names, and like Tyrion is like one of the top names,
Yeah.
or all those names from Game of Thrones. I
Arya's
wonder if you
one,
watch
too.
those lists the year after like a devastating like hurricane, if like the names drop off, like there's no more Alicia,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
gone.
Or see what pops up in a strip club in about 20 years. Because we got maybe like a decade before we have a whole lot of Elsa stripping to Let It Go.
Well, you could probably do some back research and start
that's
going to the
bad.
strip club now. You can go find out things that happened 20 years ago. This could
Yeah.
be a very long-term project.
Yeah.
Go to the strip club and be a tax write-off,
It's research. Right? Maybe we can get a grant.
right?
Yeah, if I get a university to fund my paper on on the impact of natural disasters and how they affect
Stripper names.
the stripper names.
Yeah, that could be an exciting research paper.
They should name a hurricane Sparkles.
Nah, it needs to be Mercedes.
Mercedes.
first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Diamond.
Diamond.
Hurricane Diamond's not coming this way. Boom. No more strippers named Diamond.
Right.
Is that it?
Oh, you could mold the stripper names.
Yeah, right.
You could. Oh, this could be so much fun.
All right,
Lexus out.
We all know what our next job should be: naming hurricanes.
Or just naming
Apparently,
strippers.
there's a way to
When they walk in like,
request.
you're a Sparkles.
There's a way to like kind of put your name on the list of hurricane names.
Really?
Yeah, it's a website. I can't remember what it is.
Will they accept the Sir Ed?
Well, considering T's haven't passed, I'm pretty sure we can get it on there.
Nice.
All right,
Screw
you
that.
have
I'd
homework.
rather have an asteroid named after me.
Why?
Well, because that last one that went by or something, or a comment, it sprayed out, I believe, alcohol and sugar, and they called it like Asteroid Lovejoy, I think, because of it.
Nice.
So that'd be awesome to actually have.
That's a party asteroid.
Have something global, like something world
Just, like,
ending.
you have to
named
call it like
after you.
asteroid diabetes.
Screw something that destroys a city. I want something that can destroy the world named after me.
Much more devastating. I see. Like screw
Well, it makes
a
sense.
hurricane, it dies out.
Yes.
It makes sense
Pinky.
for her too, because
Yes.
it would be like, oh, it's coming this Friday, but she wouldn't show up till Saturday. So you think it's safe? It's not.
Just a little delay.
Yeah, but now I kind of feel like I want some sort of Halloween effort from you where you just spin in a circle and spray vodka.
We can make this
That
happen
could
at
probably
the
be
party this
doable.
weekend. Yeah, put you in a rock
doesn't
outfit.
fit in with my outfit. No.
We'll do two. We'll do stages. You come in your normal one, then you change into a rock, and I'll give you alcohol and sugar.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of alcohol and sugar being sprayed around in some form.
That's not sugar.
Hopefully it's in the backyard.
Somehow, with the idea of it being sprayed, doesn't feel very comfortable to me.
It's like you're a bad dog and you're being trained. They're just spraying alcohol in your eyes.
Something like that, yeah. Something about it just feels a little off.
A little bit. It could be fun though, as long as you're not
Could
the one
be fun,
getting
though.
sprayed.
What do you think, Ed?
I'm cool. It's all good. Spray me, don't spray me.
Yeah.
No, actually, don't spray me.
Don't spray you?
Nah, do not spray
It's
me.
like-
You're not a golden shower fan?
Not with no sugar and alcohol.
You're not the kind that's like, it's your party, baby. Whatever you want to do.
This tastes delicious, but it burns my eyes.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, so that was fun.
Words you'll
Yeah.
never hear me say.
So there was I feel like I can't hear me, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with this, but I keep trying to look around and look at the actual signals.
Yeah, it seems like you need a swivel chair.
I don't know. I need like picture in picture to figure out what's going on. But anyway, we're going to go with it. If it's a disaster, oh well. We'll just have you guys. I'm the Ghost Rider.
We'll blame it on the hurricane.
On hurricane. Adam Savage on one of his recent podcasts was talking about cosplay at San Diego Comic-Con and or I think it was Dragon Con, and he was talking about like the theatrical aspect of cosplay, or just costumes in general. And he talked about this one guy who played Die Hard, McClane. Mm-hmm. And it was his character. As the night continued, he changed, like he evolved, just like Bruce Willis does in the movie. So he started off with the clean shirt,
nice.
and as the night continued, he got a little more torn, more dirty, a little more blood. And at one point, he had like the gun with the Christmas wrap and everything on him, and like it just kept going downhill.
That's a great way to make people follow you on like the Tumblr. or any of
mean
those
Instagram.
Is that what it
Instagram
is?
what you're
maybe-
looking for.
Really, the
Maybe
Tumblr.
Instagram.
No, it'd probably be the Vines.
The Vines?
Yeah, 10 seconds
Well,
or
that's
6
if
second
it's a video.
videos.
So
Oh, yeah.
you could do
Yeah, the Vines
video
would be
or
good.
Instagram.
Well, it'd be better if you
But-
did the Vines and it was like you put them all together and it was like a 1 minute movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be or a 2 minute movie. If you
It'd
get
be a
12
compilation.
pictures.
I mean,
Yeah.
you just throw out a compilation.
I think,
But on a scale
YouTube
from 1 to
channel?
10, how quick should those damn kids get off your lawn?
very quick, very quick. Is 10 like the number of seconds? Because it's 0. They should have never been on the lawn to begin with. Kids should know their place.
Damn you kids and your and the Instagrams and the Tumblrs.
Yeah. The internets have grown so much.
I want Angel Fire back. Or GeoCities.
GeoCities. Wow.
Yeah, for some reason I downloaded the entire archive of GeoCities before it went offline because I had that
About
torrent.
2 gigs.
But yeah, going back and seeing like the 3 websites I had on there for retarded stuff. Like there was the job one, and there was some other techie one. Then there was another one for like guitar stuff.
Yeah,
So-
I had a number of stupid websites. I had like 40 different websites that were just links to things.
But your Fifth Element was great.
Yeah, I had some good websites too.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time downloading things on a 14.4 modem and then uploading them to Angel Fire and GeoCities. It was dumb, but I could have done everything I did to make those sites in 22 minutes today.
And this took him years.
Yeah, this was like a project.
Yeah.
It was that and lyrics. I had lyric binders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then we had the EQ Maps one.
Oh yeah.
Because we like used to not have them where you could go to websites, so we all had just binders. So we went to I guess it was the community college in the area and
Yeah.
scanned them all and
Yeah.
had it to where because they got the one that emailed to you and you're like, yeah. So we scanned them all and then we made a website of it and it was widely used because of the
Yeah.
forum we used to have. And then Alakazam or one of those were like,
Yeah.
oh, here's better ones. And we're like, oh yeah,
Oh.
they don't know because we had little markings like it turned right at this tree. Like
Yeah.
this is where you're at when you see that tree and they're like, what's that tree? Everyone knows it's that tree. It's
We know.
different.
Yeah. The sad part is like what's actually useful for those archives now are guitar tabs and lyrics. Since the crackdown on copyright stuff has started,
Oh, yeah.
You've got a lot of people claiming copyright on guitar tab, like guitar any tab chord renditions or anything like that. A lot of those websites are getting takedown notices now, even though no lyrics are named. Like on the guitar tab sites, it's like the song title and then here it is, and then you figure out the beats and everything else.
You're supposed to throw it back.
I heard something about a party involving the foamies.
Yeah, I've done karaoke twice with the mics.
Okay.
Because when you do karaoke at the house, you got to use what you got. So.
I just want to go on record and say that a party is not karaoke.
Wrong.
Right.
Karaoke is dumb. Party is not dumb. They're two completely different things.
Carry on my wayward son.
Don't ruin the song.
And that mic has been used 3 times now.
That's the bad thing about that commercial is I really like the song, but I really hate that they put it in a commercial that has some random dude buying beer, Miller Lite at that.
Of course.
I thought he was awesome, man. I go on at 9, maybe 9:30. They run late sometimes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's that ongoing thing. Like when one of the bands I was in high school, we were doing the driveways and garages tour. Like we had flyers that we handed out.
Okay.
We printed off like 20 flyers. That's about it. But it's
Yeah.
like, hey, we're playing in this garage tonight. You should show up.
All right.
It's down the street from you. You have no excuse not to come. It's free. You can hear it from your bedroom. You should show up anyway.
You should customize them and put like individual stars for "You Are Here," so when you hand it to them, they know where they are in relation to the party.
Do you mean like at their house?
Yes, it's so scary.
Personalize your flyer.
Yeah. Hey, this is yours.
they'd open it up and like do something like put glitter or something in it. So when they open it, it goes everywhere. So they're all like, "What the really? I hate you." And then they look at the thing and there's like a little glitter star, like, "You are here. This is how you get to my party."
Or it's like, "Your kitchen's lovely. Goodbye."
It's even better if like when they open their mail, like, "Oh, I check it here, but I stop at the stop sign, I open it, and I'm inconsiderate," and that's where you get
right. You right at that stop
they're
sign,
just
like, you know where they're at when they open it.
Son of a bitch.
You'd have to do a lot of research, and that research could probably get you in trouble. You'd have to be
That
careful.
should have been the way that Charlie invited people to his Halloween party.
No, his video.
The way he's doing it is
that's
amazing.
perfect.
As it is.
The video's working.
Yeah.
Nice. The video's
Like,
working awesome.
I'm looking at possibly doing something similar for New Year's because I have a lot of fireworks left.
And you can't come up with an original idea.
No, it's going to be a little different.
You should
gonna
put
be a
those
little
videos on.
They don't show his address, do they?
No.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
All right,
Charlie
talk,
wants.
So for
them
all
to
you people
come.
that want to go,
talk amongst yourselves while I go find this.
you should know one of our phone numbers to ask.
Yeah, that's
where it's
true.
at. If you don't,
all 8
send
of you.
us pictures on our Twitter or anything.
6
we'll,
of you
we'll
are
decide.
probably invited to the party already.
right.
Yeah.
What about the 7th? What about the 7th?
I don't think
They
I
should
think
have our numbers.
We did have like a stranger find the podcast because he asked if we were on AM radio,
Yeah, I saw that.
and turns out I guess there's some. He answered the video. He just answered when I was on the way over here. I replied to him, and I guess there's something involving Third Coast something on AM 750.
Oh, really?
Or AM 950. One of the AM radio stations between evangelists and whatever the hell they're trying to sell. And so there's a Third Coast something that apparently talks about the same subject matter we talk about
Did it have
and
us as
sound a
guests?
lot like us.
Really?
That was a guess.
So I think someone's just putting us on AM 750.
That could be.
Damn it, Garcia, no.
No, but we should take advantage of this because
We
like
should.
they're on the real radio. We're just on like the internet. So like whatever their market is and how they're advertising, we should just swipe it and take their people.
It's AM radio.
Dude,
I listen to
there's
AM
still
radio
people
all the time.
right there.
Yeah, but like Rockets games and Astros games don't really count.
No, I just listen to 610.
I know quite a few people get in their car and they're just like, well, the
740.
buzz kind of sucks now. And so I listened to this guy and I was like, what the fuck? Like, AM radio
like one of my pastimes when I'm driving to Louisiana, like when I go out there to do any IT work for the satellite site we have, I like to listen to AM radio as I drive through East Texas and just freak the fuck out. Just dial through the stations like 7 signs of evil. Your demon baby gonna drown. I'm like all sorts of crazy shit.
You want to
So-
feel like you're driving through Texas Chainsaw.
Exactly. Because I know don't break down here.
right?
Yeah, but what are you going to do when you do? Like, you break down and that's the only thing. You can't turn off your radio
let's be
at that
honest,
point.
Though.
Right,
Chad
you're
would
just
probably be
freaking
one of the
yourself out
safest
more.
fuckers ever for his car to break down.
Yeah.
My car, on the other hand, I'm fucked.
Oh no, it's not the car. It's you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I am.
Don't blame it on the Ford Fusion.
I'm saying if my car breaks down, I'm fucked. You know.
Wait, I don't understand how I would be any better off in this.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure if
explain.
my car broke down in Viter,
All right.
just Orange County in general, anywhere.
Not the good Orange County.
Not the
the
good
one in
one.
Texas.
Texas Orange
Dirt
County.
Orange County.
For all our remote listeners.
Yeah.
Not the cool Orange County.
So, if my car breaks down, there's a get a rope guy in the back.
Well,
I thought you were supposed to bring your own rope.
Well, hold on. No, since you're half and half, do they get 2 ropes?
Well, only if they're going to try to pull me apart.
I told the story of our road trip to Louisiana. I told a story about our road trip to Louisiana. I think you weren't here. I think it was the episode we did with Mike. But yeah, like we're not. Yeah, this whiteness isn't always safe everywhere. Sometimes there's banjo toting whiteness that really likes how people taste. So
They gonna think
Hills
you a
have third
pretty boy
eyes.
too.
the
That's
hills,
a pretty boy.
yeah,
that he tastes.
they don't really have a family tree. They have a family wreath.
I've seen this movie twice.
Way more than twice.
It comes on TNT.
Yeah, only after 11 though.
Yeah,
Don't want to
I'm
scare the
gonna-
kids.
I'm looking through the Charlie video.
Yeah,
to make
come on,
sure.
man.
Can we put them on the TVs?
Come on.
I will, but I'm just making sure.
He
that
got
doesn't
sidetracked by
show-
conversation.
No, it doesn't
I know.
show. It's
Doesn't.
okay.
I
Why
think
are
they
we
all
talking?
put it some random place in Arkansas or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
he put it on.
No, the video,
No, the video doesn't
just
have
has the
anything.
message.
Yeah, it has the
Okay.
message.
Are we going to show it? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, he is a badass.
I know. Like, his band's pretty good.
Look at that smoke coming off the guitar.
That's phoning it in right there.
Yeah.
That was just phoning it in.
Apparently, there's no drinking.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
Because you're wearing sunglasses inside.
Halloween. What will you be doing? Out trick-or-treating like a little bitch? Like a Twilight Marathon? No. Come to my Halloween party, asshole. Come to my Halloween party, asshole. Come to my Halloween party, asshole.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's how we get invited to Halloween parties. And that was like one of what,
Hold on,
4?
no. We
One of
have to.
3,
This
I
is a
think,
geeky
at
show,
least.
right? It's a geeky
The
show.
next one.
Yeah.
Can you put the Star Wars one on, please?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
You have
one.
to.
Where was the Star Wars one?
It's after that
It's
one.
on the
Down.
YouTubes.
Yeah, I know. I'm searching for it. It's probably just off his channel, so I'm gonna go search.
He has his
there.
own
Off his
channel?
channel. Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
it's private,
they have a
though,
channel
so you may
to
have to have
upload.
the link.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, it's not private because there's a random person that viewed it. I
Yes,
remember.
he didn't make it private. and other
People are
were
like,
seeing
I
the
want to
video.
go to this party. Where is it?
No, that'd be
Arkansas.
awesome, man. That's what I do.
Right?
You know.
I'm
He
just
was
waiting
afraid that could
for
happen.
someone to post on the YouTube to be like, I drove all the way to Arkansas. This is bullshit.
Right?
I mean,
And then there was some banjo carrying white dude that had some dinner.
Kept on licking his lips. Lipping lip. Man, that was hard to say.
Well, they stutter in Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so you guys understand.
Yeah, we know.
I understand. You got excited.
Lips.
yeah,
So, the videos.
Yeah.
doing it.
There we go.
In a suburb.
Yeah, the sad part about it is that everyone listening right now can't read
Come to
what's
my
going to come up.
Halloween party, asshole.
Oh, they can't read it? Oh, the listeners. Yeah,
Yeah, the listeners.
We're not going to read it out
My
loud.
Halloween
Basically, you heard the last video. It's like the same thing, just in text. Over
You
and
should
over.
go and just look at this part. Look at the time mark, and then go to YouTube. There you go. There's a little hack for you. Then make sure you drag it to the end and
hack.
finish it so we can
Really? That's a hack?
It's a podcast hack.
Oh, jeez.
Would you like to enhance your
I get
podcast
tired of
experience?
this loose use of
Watch
the
us
word
on the
hack.
YouTubes.
It's kind of a
You know, brushing your teeth in the shower, that's a life hack.
Oh yeah, that's
bullshit. That's dirty.
Saves you
So
time.
dirty.
Yeah, well, I don't give those guys
Well,
credit because
also
you know
peeing in
they
the
didn't go
shower.
to the school of George Carlin.
Stop. You're dirty.
Where it's like the four essentials: armpits, asshole, crotch, and teeth. You want to save time? Use the same rag for every one of them.
Oh,
The order matters. The order,
it should.
matters.
Wait, hold on, but are you using the same towel the next time? Because it doesn't matter anymore.
you rinse it off.
well, no,
go
they,
for day two.
they layer, so it's okay.
Yeah,
No.
it's like an onion of stank. You just peel the top layer off. And,
This is why we don't have listeners, Chad.
And we're down to 4.
Right?
no, stats.
Stats.
Stats. The highest viewed and listened to episode is the Jaden Smith episode. I think just because we put his name in the title. So we got to go on a hit list of all sorts of different stars. That
Oh.
yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
We can start with Kardashian because apparently she's got like 14 million followers or some shit.
Apparently, she was at the Rockets game the other night.
Which one?
Chloe.
The one that's with the beard.
You really
Well, she's
should.
not with
There
him
is
anymore.
beard.
Lamar Odom,
This is that
who Chloe is married to,
This is when you do your
OD.
thing.
Yeah.
and now she's back with him.
No. I heard this morning.
Yes, she was
That-
physically in attendance at the Rockets
But
game.
this has all happened within the past.
They're not getting. They're not like
week or two.
doing the divorce or weird
They've
stuff.
nullified the divorce.
But she's like come out. It's been.
I really
said-
like how Kyle wants to tell me what's going on with the main person on the Houston
I
Rockets
heard it on the news
ex-girlfriend.
today.
I really think that you should
It
think
was
that
on the news.
that-
It was on the news today. Did it happen like after lunch?
The game
I had
was
to let him
yesterday,
have
Yeah.
that one.
and she was at the game.
Was she?
So
What-
She was not at the game yesterday. No, she was at preseason games, but not at the game yesterday.
well, that's not what someone that works there said.
There was an Astros player at the game yesterday, but not her.
She was
I was
not
at the
on the
game,
sidelines,
but no.
but she was there. It was said so by someone that works at the Toyota Center.
You think cameras?
I
that she
use
doesn't
Google.
have
I
cameras around?
regret
She's still in the
mentioning his
hospital
name.
with
Yeah.
Lamar
Yeah, you did
Odom.
this.
You did this.
She's
Yeah.
still at the hospital by Lamar Odom's side, making decisions.
How'd that go again?
by Lamar Odom's side.
Well, he's out of the coma
because
now.
it gives
he's doing
him more
better.
publicity. More
He's out of the
reasons to have
coma.
the
He's in
camera
physical
in front of her,
therapy.
but
He's
anyway.
doing okay. But she's there to support him and not supporting James Harden.
Not
Why the
supporting
fuck
her
are we talking
own
about this
fame
right now?
in front of the
Because you
camera.
said
Guess what?
Kardashian.
Yeah,
you
I
did
know,
it.
Yeah.
I know, and it's
So-
a
And this is what you get. This is
It's
what you
a
deserve.
name
Extreme
that
It's
hate.
your fault. You
It's a
come
hate
back and
for
do
her.
this.
But Neil has his obsession with Harden, so he's going to say stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Would
gonna
you,
bring.
would you say he's hard for Harden?
Yeah, I would say he's hard for Harden.
Not when you only score 20 points on like crappy shooting like you did in the opener.
Trust me. Trust me,
can
I was not
confirm
happy
that
about it.
31-year-old reality star flew to Houston for NBA Stars Wednesday
Oh
night.
my god! So
Boom!
this damn
There
last
we go.
name infects every freaking conversation like a damn virus.
It does.
I love Courtney. That's the one I like.
But the Chloe one is the one.
No,
Somebody's got
Chloe's the thick one.
virus.
I like the Courtney one. She's
Chloe's
little
the
one.
one that Harden likes, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because he has bad taste. He also was after Amber Rose.
You know,
Come on, man.
that was
That's
fun.
You did this.
They're both pretty gross. So.
Yeah.
You did this.
Wait, what are you saying are pretty gross? Huh? Who Harden's been
Uh-oh.
with?
Oh, look what you did now.
No.
I'm saying Amber Rose
Okay,
and
yeah,
Kardashian
so, yeah,
are both
okay,
pretty
good.
gross.
I thought you were saying. I thought you said Courtney was gross.
All I want to
that's his
know
girl.
is how.
Yeah, I love Courtney.
All I want to know is how Ray J's doing.
Do you want more
Ray J?
before I finish?
Ray J. That's all I want to know.
Ray J
Because,
ain't doing jack shit.
No one knew about Kardashian anything until O.J. Simpson and until Kim tried to swallow Ray J's hog on tape.
Can we get
That's
to
the-
our
that's
top
the
five
only way.
list?
There was no way.
I would like to get off this subject and onto the top
Let's get
five
us-
list.
Oh,
Speaking
A
of
lot of
horror
time.
movies,
Speaking of horror,
There we go.
First, can y'all talk Walking Dead so I can get more wine?
Actually, I kind of do
Wait,
want to
how
talk about
can
something
we
about
talk
Walking Dead.
again? We already talked about it last.
No,
But another
do it
episode
every
came on.
time.
because something happened.
Yeah, I can. Well, that and then there's other shows. I wanted to
All
get
right.
into some other things too, but yeah, go get some wine.
Get some wine. You talk Walking Dead.
Okay.
water.
You need
So-
water?
Yeah.
All right.
Is he dead?
He should be.
Someone was
He
going to summon
should
him
be,
with
but
Dragon
he's
Ball.
You should
going
leave.
to
I'm
live.
just saying.
He should
He-
be dead, but they will. He's going.
Oh yeah.
gonna
I
be
mean, he's
alive.
not dead. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, there's proof. There's a lot of proof that he's not dead.
Yeah.
all over the interwebs. But he should be dead, and they suck for not making him dead, and they suck for making you wait 2 weeks to know that he's not dead. But
I love it.
And now it's popular theory that since he won't be dead, that Daryl would be the one to meet Lucille, and that will make me sad.
yeah,
Because
I love how people-
Daryl now has a new show on AMC where he is going to be riding
motorcycle
his
crap?
motorcycle like across country with his friends and shit. And
yeah.
so yeah, that gets announced, and it's like, oh shit, they're gonna.
But it's the
kill
same
Daryl.
company, same channel and all that kind of stuff.
That's why they're doing it, though. It's like, okay, people will lose him on this show. We know he's extremely popular, so we'll put him on this show and try to milk it.
if he dies over Glenn, no.
There's gonna be riots.
Yeah. Because I honestly want Glenn to die the way he's supposed to die.
Yeah, but Glenn's at least in the comics. Daryl isn't at all.
like Harry Carey.
What?
Who?
I don't think Daryl was ever meant.
Do you
to
know
be
the
a
way
main
Glenn's supposed to die in
character.
the comics?
He's Asian, so I'm guessing probably by his own blade.
No.
Out of respect.
Well, see, that's
In the
a very
comics,
future spoiler.
Glenn is supposed to. I mean, does everybody else know?
I don't care.
Okay, so
in
go
the
for it.
comics, Glenn
We
is
got like
supposed
44
to get
listeners
his
at
head
max.
bashed in by Negan with a batch that he calls Lucille. And Negan apparently is supposed to make his appearance at the end of this season.
So we want to see that happen. But I mean, to be honest, like I know what they're trying to do, but I'm against it. Like they did this scene where someone should die horribly, and they're gonna cop out, and it makes me not happy.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it was a good episode, and it made it good to me because of how they did it, kind
Yeah.
of. And if they take that back, it's like, oh, well, you just milked it,
Exactly.
And then
Or it's like it
episode
was an
means
afterthought,
not-
like, oh
the episode
crap,
doesn't
dude.
mean as much now because
Like-
you put a lot of symbolism
They're
in
not
it,
done.
too.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
yeah, because they did. They
There was
went
a lot
went
of
above and
symbolism
beyond
that
to
alluded
sell
to
it
him dying.
to
and
like
then
close the chapter, and then there's very, very,
And now we're
very
going to
good
get
proof.
a Morgan-centric episode. It could be like 2 to 3 more episodes before they're finally going to let it out of the bag. So they're milking it for all it's worth.
Yeah, and then the Morgan episode, it's supposed to be like pre-Buddha Morgan, where he has to actually kill people and
Yeah.
learn how to like use that bow staff, like pull a Donatello. But it's still like half of the stuff that's been messed up. More than half. 86.9% of the stuff that's happened wrong.
0.9?
It's his fault right now.
It's his fault.
All the people dead
Yeah.
in the town is his
Like,
fault right now.
The people who jumped Rick, who put Rick in the situation that he's in.
Yeah.
The people he let
Him,
go.
Morgan.
He did it.
Yeah.
The people in the town.
Yeah.
He let him go.
Yeah.
Like his whole I'm a superhero and can't kill people BS is starting to kill people that like should stay dead if AMC keeps them
Exactly.
dead.
Like Carol is the one who should be leading that town. She knows what the hell she's doing.
Yeah, she's
How is her name supposed to be pronounced now? Like, isn't it close to the Carl?
Coral.
no Carol. You can just say badass.
Yeah.
Or most of the time it's Bamf,
Because
which is kind of funny because that was Robert's team name,
Yeah.
BAMF, badass motherfucker. Because she is.
Yeah.
Like,
She is.
She has done. That character has developed so much.
I know. Tell me about it from the first episode.
Well, I mean,
she
you
was
got to
in.
go back to last season when you want to talk about that. The
No, I'm talking about like how she evolved from the battered wife.
oh, you mean season one?
Yeah.
Like yeah, from there, and then like last
she, like,
season,
started
she
growing
saved
and
everyone.
everything. Yeah.
and then this time she's been great. She's
Yeah.
been like a
No, she's gone through some
to the new
growth.
town people. She's been like the wolf. Like she's been. The wolf in like sheep's clothing. She's been really. We need to do that. Well, if it makes us safe, and
I'm
like
gonna
teaching
make
people how to
casserole.
cook and like all this kind of stuff. And then like
And then it's like
really
she's the wolf in sheep's clothing and wolf's clothing.
in wolf's clothing. Yeah, because she's. Yeah, there's what is it? Assassin's Creed just came out or is about to come out or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had a
they
meme
put
of her.
in the Assassin's Creed outfit because she's like that badass right now. Like it's a lot of fun.
Yep,
Like,
it's good. Good.
So there are some really good sides to it. This could be the biggest jump the shark situation The Walking Dead has had so far,
Just if they
and it
play
probably will be. I mean,
There are sharks?
There was in Flash. Yeah.
Zombie
That was the
sharks
best
would
CGI
probably
I've seen
make
on
me
that
watch
show since I've started that show.
Wait, no, that's the one this week.
This week's Flash that came on Tuesday has the best CGI
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
I have seen on Flash yet.
I will watch that after.
It is.
Meh, it was decent.
It was really good CGI. Maybe Grodd would compare. But like the CGI on this was really cool. This week's Flash was pretty good. The TV show that's going on, I guess, right as we tape, is the crossover that you didn't seem to speak too highly about the other day.
There are two shows that I don't watch. So
Bones and Sleepy Hollow. You actually missed the last couple of episodes, and this was brought up last week, I believe, how that kind of crossover would work.
Yeah. There's a few options.
And it
I
is
like
it
mine
is
the
a
best.
Halloween crossover, so that gives them a little more leeway to introduce the supernatural to Bones and Booth. But the main chick has went from just a local cop to an FBI agent, so it'd be very easy to have to call in Booth
For assistance.
since he's an FBI agent.
Yeah.
So
And you can tell just what they're going to do.
Officer down.
They're going to be working together on the whole case, and they're going to be hiding a lot of stuff from Booth and Bones of the supernatural.
You can't
when it comes
hide
down
stuff
to
from-
it. No, I'm saying they're going to hide it, but in the end, Booth and Bones are both going to see something that makes them question things.
Yeah.
But they're not going to truly know what's going on, and it's going to be their spooky Halloween episode.
calling
Or
it- I'm
Bones,
calling it ahead.
Bones will explain it.
I'm calling it ahead.
go for it.
ACL 2016. Somewhere in the lineup is going to be a band called Booth and Bones. the hipster masses require this now.
And if you are a listener, you should just put our 3CN logo somewhere on that mixtape.
Booth and Bones, brought to you by 3CN.
Also, if you're looking for a guitarist, Chad,
I can't.
Get
Well,
you
I
in there.
can't do hipster stuff like. I
can't
can't,
wear skinny jeans?
Can you do
I
four
can't-
chords? Can you do four chords?
I can't wear skinny jeans and play an electric thimble.
No, just wear regular jeans, but one size too
So yeah, Edward
That'll
gave
work.
us some homework,
Yep.
and it's from very appropriate homework, I believe.
I should probably write that down.
We've been doing a little bit of a top five. I know, bad, huh? This is what, our third or second top five? Second top five. We almost did one last week.
After the
but we
episode
got
that was
lazy.
actually titled Top 5.
Yeah, I thought that was beautiful.
Because I thought I'm probably never going to do this again.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of fantasy
Sabbath?
basketball
Okay.
podcasts. I subscribe to like 12 of them, and I'm weeding them down to like 5 that I'll complete. But it's kind of, they did a lot of over-unders.
Oh, yeah,
so
for sure.
These lists apparently are kind of popular.
Well, yeah.
So why not give the fans what they want?
They want lists.
They want lists. They want
They care
clickbait.
about what we think.
If you're one of the 16 that downloaded the last episode and really wanted to hear another top 5, this is the one for you.
This is one of for you.
One of the 5 for you.
Because we may do Christmas movies.
We
can do 5 of them. And after
Thanksgiving
that,
movies
we do the
first.
top 5 of the top 5.
And then sometime in the
Inception.
distant future, episode 72, we'll do a top 5 of the top 5 episodes. And it'll just be replays.
We're
On
going to choose
episode-
72, though?
On episode
Progress.
42,
I'm
can
just
we
saying
do some kind
some-
of top 5 of
some distant future.
hitchhikers?
Ooh, I'm actually kind of looking forward to episode 34 now.
Why? What's on 34?
Rule 34. Anything goes.
Right.
It's going to be nothing but Ed giving you some of this. Hit it.
Stop the madness. I thought Ed had stage fright for the first time. He's never told us about his stage fright. So
See, I was actually waiting for the
It's not
recording
real.
because I know we have hours of it. Right? So I was waiting for
that's
him
what
to
I
be
was
like,
waiting for.
Ed's
Cue
going
me
to
from
say
last
no.
week.
So
Yeah.
click.
Yeah, I have close to like 700 gigs of clips from this episode that I need to clean off the server at some point. So
Nice.
those will probably hit YouTube soon.
very nice.
See, 700 gigs?
Yes.
So we have like 600 gigs of Ed doing that.
So
Close to it, yes.
before we do get started on our top 5 horror movies, I do want to mention something that's coming on Saturday night on Stars.
How about we save
Oh,
that
yeah,
for
yeah.
We could have saved that for after.
Oh no, it needs to be talked about. It's probably the most anticipated thing in the last couple of weeks that I've just really been looking forward to, because the hype's gotten really big around it. There's cheese everywhere, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I missed something.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Oh, okay. God, I can't wait till that comes
And
out.
the fact that it was already renewed for season 2
Yes,
as well.
that's
So
awesome.
we already know that it's going to keep going.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And if you're listening and you haven't heard us tell you to set your DVRs, because who's going to be home?
Because, I mean, I have a lot of faith. Of course, Sam Raimi is standing behind his project, and it looks like they're just keeping it all intact.
There's a bunch of advanced reviews going out because it was shown at New York Comic Con. I think it was shown at Dragon Con now. And I've heard nothing but good reviews. And it looks like it's just going to be a fun ride. So hopefully I don't get too drunk on Halloween so I can come home and watch it. Or
I'm telling you, we take a quick break because I'll have the keg there and everything. We're 5 minutes away. We come here, we watch it, just auto download, put it on Plex. We come here, we watch it. It's a 30-minute.
I'm sure Charlie
and then we
will
go
have
back.
it.
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah,
recording.
you don't
it.
want,
Him
there's
watch it.
there's over 50 people going. We don't want to watch that with 50 people around. We come over here real quick because we got to pick up booze. There's always some here. We watch it. We come back with a bottle of wine or something. Everyone's happy. Thanks for bringing booze, and we get to see what we do before we get drunk. It works.
What time does it come on? Does anyone actually know that?
Probably like 9.
It's set to record. I know that much. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope it. Well, I mean, obviously we get 2 seasons of
Oh,
it.
it's going to
so
be awesome regardless. I know I'm going to like it. I just
Team
know
viewer
I am.
Plex plan.
So watch it Halloween night. We want a lot of viewers because we want to see season 3
Oh, yeah.
confirmed before season 1 ends. That would be pretty awesome.
That would be.
So you said we're going to start with Chad.
Yep,
Put Chad
we
on the
are.
spot.
But then Chad said it's you that starts because you're number 1 apparently.
I am number 1.
But that's only because your mic is labeled that.
Yeah. I got the number 1
But
mic.
we could let ladies go
Wait,
first.
mine
so it's
is
either
actually
Ed or
labeled
Kristen.
number 1.
Is yours labeled number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Kyle doesn't know how to count.
We've already established that.
It goes 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, right?
8, 6.
There was a 13 involved, and we only have 4 microphones at the table.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
there's also a 42, but that is obviously correct.
Yeah, Kyle just did that again. Yep. So what do you got?
What's
Did you do your research?
I did. Okay, I guess I'll start off with this. I'm going to lump 3 of them together just to go ahead and get it started.
For your number 5?
Yeah.
So is this 3, 4, 5, or is this
screw
5, 6,
conformity.
7?
So who sucks at
Screw
lists?
movies.
Everyone, let's consensus.
So is this 3, 4, 5, or 5, 6, 7?
I will agree that you can lump them together into one.
You can, because they're kind of they're in the same realm. So basically, the way I took it is it's.
But no, it should really only be if it's like a trilogy.
You're cheating because you can see my list.
I'm just saying it should only be if it's like a trilogy. If you're gonna loop them into one,
Like the Matrix.
like
Yeah. That was horrifying.
well, the
the
first one
second
was
two,
amazing.
The first one was
was good.
amazing. The third one was a horror movie.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
It may be on my list.
If it had like an M. Night
3
Shyamalan twist,
completely
like
different
Morpheus was
movies,
blind
I would have
the
put
entire
stuff
time.
on here.
If Morpheus was blind the entire time, he's like, "Jump off that building, son!" Like,
Would that make him Daredevil?
Oh.
well, maybe I don't know.
All right, come on, let's go.
Okay. So we talked about this earlier. I'm kind of looking at 5 movies or 5 different types of realms of horror movies that kind of like reset the way I saw the genre, or kind of redefine like different elements of it to me. So with respect to like the sci-fi kind of realm of horror, Aliens, and even though it's not in the trilogy, it's not in the mix, Event Horizon.
Interesting.
3 space theme horror kind of flicks that it made the sci-fi element of it aside, like those were horror movies. I don't really.
Oh yeah, no, those are horror
Yeah.
movies. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it kind of reset the way I saw.
So is your top 5 a list of 15 movies?
If you could see my list,
Like, yeah, you can't do that. Man. You gotta pick.
No,
like,
he's the Kenny
5.
Smith of our podcast.
Jeez.
Because like if you ask Kenny Smith who the top 5 players were, he's like, well, the number 1 defensive player was this. If you're talking about the one that won the most rings, it's this. So
yeah, because I'm thoughtful.
See,
there's
for me,
nuance.
you got to narrow it
Yeah,
down.
you gotta do.
I will say both. Oh, I say both, but
Because it was hard for me to narrow this list down to freaking 5 movies.
those
So,
those
no,
were on
you
my
don't
big
get to
list.
do that.
All 3 of those were on my big list.
You have to
But
have
they kind of got
respect for
taken
the
out
horror
because of the
game.
sci-fi element.
Right.
I'm not gonna take
I
the
would have
finger wagging.
recategorized
I mean,
them.
no, I think Alien.
she's gonna hate my list.
Strong list. I mean, a strong horror movie. I mean, I
Yeah.
can see it being on the list.
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay.
All right, what do you got for number 5?
What do you got for number 5?
For number 5, it was hard for me to figure out the order, but number 5, I'm going with Stephen King's It.
Oh, nice.
I am. That's my number.
That is
5
on my
movie.
top 5 list as
Freaking
well.
Tim Curry is the
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like, I wish he was still in good enough shape because I know they're doing a freaking remake. If he could have been in it, it would be great. But no, so yeah,
Awesome.
It the best, makes so many people afraid of clowns.
Yeah.
and just the storyline. I mean,
Yeah, awesome.
I ranked it higher than 5
Really?
on my list.
On your list?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's I really enjoyed that movie. I also like the fact that when people are afraid of clowns, you can do mean things to them. Because you remember Mr. Potts,
I was gonna mention that.
a friend of ours. That
You
that
mean
was,
the guy that you almost made quit life with a clown with a picture of a clown?
He just was so
God,
afraid
that was so
of clowns. He was reading Stephen King's It at work.
No, he wasn't. He's deadly afraid of clowns.
Yes, this was how he was trying to get over it. He was reading the book, and like I worked
idea.
there.
Wow.
The 3 years that I worked there, he hadn't
Right
made it through the
idea.
second chapter. That's how bad it was. And the thing you were laughing about is one time we set his background image to a clown, and when he sat down at his desk to unlock his machine, he absolutely froze. and could not move because he was so scared to death.
Instant flop sweat.
There's people like that, and that's one of those things that you don't expect a clown to be that scary. But even characters like a Modern Family, one of the guys on there is afraid of clowns. It's a pretty common thing you see.
Yeah.
Usually they make fun of it in a humorous way.
It's been on The Simpsons.
It's been on The Simpsons. It's been on South Park. I mean, all those. But it's real, dude. Like, people are seriously afraid of clowns.
He made this. He froze dead in his tracks and just kept repeating, "Take it off, take it off."
And he was not at a strip club.
And he
I
would
was gonna
not
go Supernatural also had it in the first season.
Sam was afraid of clowns for the longest on the show. So, and those were always fun episodes too.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, it's great because you have a clown that everyone associates to balloon animals and kids parties, and it's like, nah, that's blood all over him.
Yeah, I have a friend. I send him a killer clown picture every year for his birthday because I know he's so scared shitless of clowns.
He just
and
to buy
he,
a new
like,
phone
cusses
every
me
year.
Every time. Fuck you.
Oh, I'm getting a message from Chris. Oh, you bitch.
This is what I hope happens. He gets the message and he throws his phone, so he has to buy a new phone every birthday.
Right?
It's like a reverse present.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
This is how great other countries are, because you have prank shows where people hide in the woods dressed as a clown, and they just chase after people.
Yeah.
And here in
get
America,
arrested.
you would get dided.
Yeah. You died.
In
You
about
died
15
fast.
seconds.
Is that Dido's
Yeah,
cousin?
that's died.
You would get
fast.
killed till you died from it. That's how fast
It would not take that long in
No.
our glorious state of Texas.
I think it
You'll
really
get a
depends on the
cap
state. If
busted
you go
real
up north,
quick.
you can get away with it for like a week, and then you move.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Go
right,
on
Kyle.
vacation.
All right, Kyle.
What you got for
Number
5?
All right, so before I say it, for the ones that this may be your first episode, I am not a horror flick person. So,
But
I
you are a
picked-
horror person.
So for number 5, because I couldn't remember the one that Ed and I talked about on lunch, is Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh Jesus!
All right, Ed. What was your 5th one, Ed?
Yeah, let's
We'll go ahead and gloss over that one.
Weekend at Bernie's too?
That movie was
pretty
actually
scary.
kind of scary. It was so bad.
I would have accepted that over Ernest.
like the voodoo chicken.
Yeah, the voodoo thing. Yeah, you just hear some music and just start walk dancing.
It's great. I'm up for change. Bernie, it is.
Yeah, so my number 5 is Cujo, Stephen
Okay.
King's.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, because it used to scare the hell out of me. My neighbors had a Saint Bernard, so I couldn't go outside when I was a kid. When I was a kid,
Inside going so low.
yeah, I lived on a military base. So military bases, the houses are connected. My front door opened up to my neighbor's backyard. They had their Saint Bernard in the backyard. I didn't go out the front door very often.
You could climb out your window,
I went through the back,
which was
all the
someone
time.
else's front yard.
Yeah, no, actually, it was towards that's where all the carports were, where all the cars parked. So in the back. So
So it should have been the front.
Yeah.
No. We had a regular street up front and through the front yard. So you keep on walking down the sidewalk, it's the street and everything like that. So yeah, after watching Cujo, I couldn't go outside the front door for, I would say, about 6 months. Like I wasn't going anywhere near that dog. So Cujo, number 5.
That movie just makes me sad.
I'm getting a third dog.
I know. 'Cause it's like Old Yeller was attacking them.
I know.
Like, somebody just didn't get to take him out back and shoot him.
They forgot, you know.
No, they took him
just
out back to
killed
shoot
them
him, and
first.
like he killed them. And he's like, you know what? They're all out to get me.
That's Old Yeller if Old Yeller had gotten away.
That's get off my lawn, Old Yeller.
But that would be the kind of dog that my friend Josie would be like, "Oh, he's so sweet." Like,
Yeah.
look at like it just rips your arm off and like, "Oh, look at him, he's doing this. It's such a good dog, such a good dog."
So would that be Old Yeller too?
There's actually an Old Yeller too.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Unless I'm mistaken.
Really?
hold on.
God, no. There cannot
gonna
be
fix
an
it.
Old
I swear
Yeller
there- I
2.
saw
They really
an
had a
Old Yeller 2.
sequel
I'm
because
pretty
I
sure.
felt
Well, maybe they
like
weakened
Old
it.
Yeller was pretty much gone at the end of the first movie.
What you do is you get the voodoo people from Weekend at
Is it
Bernie's
there?
too,
me
and
Google
you play
takes
some
a minute.
music and you
Good
revive
Lord.
the dog. Right?
And, you know, screw Old Yeller. The real dog movie and book was Where the Red Fern Grows.
No,
We
there's
all
not.
know this.
Okay.
We all know
No
There
Old Yeller
wasn't.
too.
Okay, good.
I think you're thinking of that one with the cat and the 2 dogs where they go. Traveling.
Is Eddie Murphy?
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound.
Oh,
Because
wow.
there were 3 of those.
No.
Okay.
They got lost.
So my number
times.
5.
Yes, number 5.
There was more than one of them.
Are you a Chad?
No, you can only pick
Hell yeah.
one number 5.
No, there were. I don't remember how many movies total there were.
How many
in the
are there
series,
now?
but it's the Poltergeist series.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
that series.
Only the first one should be the one on your
well, I think I like the first one and the second one.
I like the third one actually.
But I know it started to trail off at some point. But it was just more
trailed
of.
off after one.
But I always like the just kind of the mythology and stuff.
Yeah, no,
around
that's
that one.
awesome.
So Poltergeist.
Oh, and the bad luck around the movie too makes
Yeah.
that one even
Yeah.
better, just because of the fact that the one actress that played the sister got murdered by her boyfriend, and then you've got the youngest one that had like the disease or whatever, and she died really young.
She died after the third movie.
And then, I think
That's
even
why
in
I
the
like the third
second
one.
movie, they had skulls or something that were like actually from a real graveyard or something, and they considered it to be cursed.
Yeah.
So I mean, just every movie seemed to be a lot of bad things happened on each of them.
I didn't even know all that stuff, but I still
yeah.
like
Note
it.
to
Makes me
self,
like it
Chad,
more.
We need a the more you know button.
The second one was all right. The third one was amazing.
we need a
I love the
rainbow
third
that
one
shows
because
up
that
on
was the one
YouTube
where
for
they
them.
were in the hotel.
Okay,
not the
yeah.
hotel, the apartment.
Yeah, I like that one.
because that is like that one is my reoccurring nightmare one.
Oh yeah.
Where she's staring in the mirror and then the man walks. But mine is Evil Ed shows up.
Oh
Yeah,
Ed.
Evil Ed shows up, and it's weird because I'll wake up in my dream, I'll go to the mirror, like I'll be brushing my teeth or something, and then I'll start staring in the mirror, like just making dead eye contact, just staring at myself.
You are a sexy.
He's looking at himself. He's looking at himself like, I wish Ned would.
And then,
I wish Ned would.
no, that's how it is. Like I'm like talking shit to myself, and then all of a sudden it turns Evil Ed, and then I can't move, I can't talk, and then it starts floating up in the air, and it's taunting me. It's taunting me.
Are you sure you didn't lace your toothpaste with anything?
No, I'm
and this
asleep.
is just you tripping balls as you brush your teeth every night before you go to bed.
Oh, the walls are turning purple again.
It's happening.
A question for you two, because he's going to the party this weekend. What are y'all doing Saturday morning?
So that's pretty strong number 5
Yeah,
around the
that
board.
is pretty good.
Except 4 of the 5 were good.
Yeah.
Wait till number 4. You'll love it.
Jesus,
Okay.
only one of those.
It gets better after 4.
I'm going to keep the Stephen King Love Fest rolling. The Shining.
The Shining, nice.
It was on the short list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Just the cinematography alone, I'm kind of a Kubrick fanatic. The way he played the scene with the kid on the trike, and how if you paid close attention, there's no way geometrically that can happen.
The signs don't match.
Yeah.
The signs don't match. Like the way
there's
there's certain
completely the filming of that movie, the way he did everything, like the cinematography. Yeah, it was perfect. Definitely.
Yeah, like the pieces of the set, because Kubrick just
Very
likes to fuck
eerie.
with your head. There's pieces of the set that moved.
Yeah.
So, like, it's supposed to be just a square pattern, but all of a sudden, like, you're on, like, one of the upper floors where it's just nothing in the rooms, but at some point, he turns a corner, you can see into the kitchen.
Yeah.
And
Right.
there's people in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then you throw in Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall. I mean,
Nicholson,
just-
amazing performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he.
The chick coming out of the tub was the scariest scene for me.
Well, that's.
Oh yeah, I mean, just there were all these scenes, the little
I
twins.
gotcha.
The chick, I mean, just all of it,
at
none of
first
it
I thought I was going to be
completely-
excited because she's naked.
right. That's
none of
probably
it's
made it worse.
completely in
Freaked
your
me out.
face, but it's
Yeah.
just like completely haunting when you
Yeah.
watch it.
And it's almost a prequel to Zombievers.
It is almost.
You know what? Cheers to that. You're getting one.
So, what do you got for number 4?
Number 4, actually, I have the very first Nightmare on Elm Street, and it just holds a soft spot in my heart because I've met the whole cast, and
Yeah.
then I've always liked the idea of things in your dreams being able to come and get you, and it's just right for my time. I think it came out in like 88, 89, and it's one of the first ones I had ever seen. So
Came out before 88, 89.
I'm curious to
It might
know
have
what's
been.
coming up in your top 3 because you just stole my number 1.
Well, and then I guess I'll come out and just say now that that's my number 3 and my number 4 was it. So
then
like
I'll come out
next
and say, I'll come out and say my number 3 was The Shining.
Nightmare on Elm Street was 1984.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
You were
that was
wrong.
the first horror movie that I ever saw, Nightmare on Elm Street, and that's before I knew that like things Like, and it's such a
Before
sick.
he knew things.
Well, to that point, it's like
last year?
It's like
Because people fear their dreams sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. Like,
it's like David and the Gnomes. You know, freaking snap or what is the thing? The snap Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
Okay, yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
all shows. I
all this
hate
stuff.
Fraggle Rock.
I love Frogger.
I have it, and I tried
Up
to
to
watch
that
it not
point.
too long ago. You can't do it.
You need to
Yeah,
do it
I-
drunk with cereal.
couldn't do it
I'm just
anyways.
letting you know now. You have to drink really early in the morning, like hard liquor, and then pour some cereal, and then you're good to go.
But you think about all of the horror movie themes,
Right.
and Wes Craven just goes to a whole different level, and basically
Wes
tells
Craven
you.
was about fucking with you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it
He
well
wanted
beyond
to mess you up.
to the point where no one can touch that. No one can touch that.
Yeah.
Something in your dreams killing you,
Except for Wishmaster. God.
and they actually saved that
or Wes
production
Craven's
company.
produced "Don't Look Down."
Yeah, that was something we heard at.
Don't ever
Texas
watch
Fright-
that.
The convention we went to, that they had the
Texas
reunion.
Frightmare,
That's how I met
wasn't
the
it?
cast and everything.
Hey,
And
did
they
you
talked
get-
about
did you meet
how
Johnny
that
Depp?
they were he was the only one that wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
No, I met all the women of the
He was
cast:
busy.
Tina, Nancy, the mother, and him. Like, and I got a picture.
She doesn't.
of
She
all
doesn't have a
did you get the
restraining order
dad?
signed by Depp. So he
No, it
wasn't
was only
there.
the women there.
Oh,
it was
okay.
the 3 women and then
Yeah.
him, Freddie.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, but they talked about how it was the house that Freddie built because
Yeah.
that company was about to get shut down, and then they put out Nightmare on Elm Street.
Was it Miramax? Was
I
it?
think it was Miramax.
yeah.
Miramax,
And
wasn't
they
it?
call- yeah,
No,
they
that was
called-
before Miramax. That was Dimension Films.
It was something.
Was it
They
Dimension?
called
Yeah.
themselves
Yeah.
the
Give me a
house that
second.
Freddie built, and I thought
Just
that
go
was pretty
back.
cool.
Hit back. Didn't you? Have
Oh, and it's kind of cool because you had it at 1. You had it at 4,
Yeah, that was
Yes,
4.
it's at my 4.
and I had it at 3.
It's my 3 also.
It's your
Well, see,
3.
where they combined, because then I have Shining at my 3. So
And I had it. So
Well,
yeah.
no, that's good. Kyle, number 4.
Oh, here we go.
I just want to keep talking about Nightmare because it's going to be useless.
This one had just a horrifying scene in it, so I had to choose it. It was a scary movie.
Hey, okay. Ed, shoot.
Number 4 was Scream.
what are you doing? Are you just
Was
trying
Scream?
to draw?
Scream. Yeah.
Isn't that what he said?
Scream?
No,
He
no,
said
no.
scary movie.
No, not
Scream
yet.
is a horror. or
I
Not
do.
yet.
I
slasher?
do
Scream is on my list.
because the thing is, it came out in the 90s. It redefined the horror genre.
I agree.
You know, so and the whole killer face, ghost face, whatever his name is. I mean,
It made it an icon, you know?
Yeah, it redefined everything.
At
after
a point-
It
97.
redefined it, maybe, but
At a point where
it's
horror
not-
was just
it's not
cheese at that
horror.
point.
Yeah.
Like Nightmare on Elm Street had become a comedy.
Yes.
You didn't have really anything in the horror genre doing
I mean, you had Jason.
anything.
Jason goes to space. We
Yeah.
had
Jason
we had-
breakdances in
yeah,
New York.
we had,
I'm surprised that didn't make your number 5 horror sci-fi.
Wait, no, that was Kyle's list.
No, I'm not that crazy.
But no, yeah, Scream. I mean, also because the whole aspect of it's your friends killing you.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up.
It's like if I killed
that kind
Ed,
never bothers
we'd
me.
all enjoy
I'll
it.
take all
But
y'all bitches out. Don't even worry about
what are you
it.
talking about? You couldn't even reach this.
I know.
I ain't got to reach that.
That doesn't kill me outside. It kills me on the inside.
All I got to
On the
do is
inside.
weaken you, and then I'll take you out.
But then I'm angry.
All he's going to just do is fall on you. Then you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a double elimination.
game over now.
Double
I'm
elimination.
a lot stronger than I look. Trust me.
I don't think you can bench Kyle.
You want to do this on video?
But
I
if-
will
if-
fall on you. You push me up.
If
Let's see how that works.
Kyle fell on her, I bet the zombies couldn't eat her.
True.
Yeah, but she'd
I would
start,
just
she
climb
would have
under
to
a
start eating
dumpster
Kyle.
that's magically 18
She would
inches
have to
in
start
the
eating
air.
Kyle to live like
Well,
any amount of time.
realistically, look at Kyle. Kristen runs marathons. She just has to run circles around until he gets dizzy and falls over and forgets why he's running away.
Wrong.
You won't
Why am
land
I
on
running
me.
away? You do the Fresh Prince. You just you grab her head and you hold her at a distance and she's just swinging.
No, because I'm betting Kristen, being the smart cookie she is going to stay at distance,
Smart cookie.
stay out of the red zone, and just weaken you and confuse you until you forget why you're afraid and why you're
Then I'll just
trying
make
to
waffles and I'm not worried about it.
make yeah,
Make waffles.
and then you get stabbed making waffles.
All right, Neil, number 4.
Oh no, y'all know my 3, 4, 5 already.
No,
Yeah.
come on, say
What
your
is
4.
it?
But
Again.
just say what it was. I mean,
Yeah.
You're 4.
My 4?
Yeah.
I think I went It for 4.
Nope.
Nope.
That was your 3.
You said,
My
you said
3?
Elm.
Well, then Elm Street was 4.
Okay.
It was really difficult for those. My top 2 were.
Would have probably been easier if you were written them down, huh?
Yeah, but I have a bad memory if I forgot to
Yeah.
write it down.
Non-prepared people.
So I guess we're back at you at 3.
I guess we're back at me at 3. Zombies. We talked about The Walking Dead.
You can only pick one, man.
Wait, so zombie.
Okay, I'm only going to pick one 28 days later.
Nice.
That
was
is
actually a
probably
good
one
one.
of the better ones.
Yeah.
See, you took this seriously. I didn't.
Yeah. It's the moment where you take zombies and then make them faster than you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well,
that's
but
a problem.
technically, in 28 days later, they're not really zombies. They're
Nope.
infected with rage.
Yeah.
I
So
understand this.
they're not dead, so that's why they can still be
This is why
fast.
we can't
Their
have nice
muscles
things.
are not deteriorating. They're not
And that's
rotting
why
on
we
the
have ants.
inside. As long as they eat, they're still alive and well. So
Yes.
that's
I
why they
understand
were
this.
even more dangerous. And so really, that's not a zombie movie.
You should lean back. Let her talk. I mean, she's going to go for a while, apparently.
No.
She's like, if you're going to do this wrong,
I
I'm
am
going to
done.
make sure you have to get it right.
Point
No,
made.
even so, I mean,
I have reviewed your report, and I have noted your complaints.
You forgot your cover sheet.
I'll put that on the TPS report.
There you go. Thank you.
let me have Neil tell you about it later.
but to me, like, so my entire list is about what revolutionized genres for me, and that really revived zombies.
Yeah.
and
it
did it in a way that where you see sort of like an aspect of it that you don't really see in other zombie pictures. Other zombie pictures up to that point, like Dawn of the Dead and things like that, were really close framed, very tight spaces. You dealt with mostly interiors, where 28 Days Later really put a lot of long shots, and you really see like the desolation, the abandonment that you have when you have a zombie apocalypse like that. So it was a different angle that you hadn't really seen before, and plus with making the zombies a bigger threat by making them fast. They were more violent. Mm-hmm. It was a better look at the zombie genre that I don't think anyone had really taken before, and I don't really care if it was a virus that caused it.
I will say Dawn of the Dead, the remake, did really good.
The Dawn of the Dead remake was fantastic.
And I thought it was honestly just as good as 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
I thought they did well with the way it was filmed and just the whole scenario.
28 Days
I
Later,
thought they
it did
well.
feel like a zombie movie. I mean, it gave
did.
you that feel for it, and I
But
can
Dawn
see
of the
definitely.
Dead to me was even more so.
Yeah, and I
think
can
liked
see
it a little
because
bit
you kind of
more.
have expectations with
And
zombies.
plus, I
not
liked
to
the
sidetrack
original, so
everything.
being able to kind of compare it to the original
Yeah.
movies, like
but
Night of
28
the
Days would have
Living
made my
Dead
top
and-
7.
Yeah.
It was very, very difficult for me.
28 Days and Dawn of the Dead got close, but
It was really hard for me not to put some of the classics in there.
Yeah.
Like
Close, but
horror
they
to
did.
me, it almost ended in the 90s. like all the horror stuff that I remember was sitting on the couch with my grandmother, pointing at the fishing strings, holding things up, and like just kind of that.
exactly. None of the movies.
And I believe
on
I was holding
list
my eyes
are
at that
new.
point.
Oh, where you had
doing
like
that.
things like Child's Play that you just sort of giggled at.
Well, and that was kind of the thing is when my grandmother realized that I wasn't scared by horror movies because I was logical minded so much that I would see, I see what they did there. I see how
Yeah.
they did the filming, that we just had a lot of fun just watching all the movies.
Yeah.
So for me, most of my stuff that I would put in the top 5 of horror probably tie a little more to those memories as well. That's why I made for my list, I would only put one newer type movie in my top 5, but both that you just talked about would be very, very close. And for anything new, they're 2 of the top 3 new ones for me.
But as a quick add-on for zombie movies, it's nowhere going to be in like a top anything list. It is an interesting take on zombies. It's a movie called The Battery that came out a few years ago. It has to do with a couple of buddies who were actually on a softball team together. Zombie apocalypse breaks out, and they're just sort of trekking through America trying to find civilization again, and some stuff goes down. It's kind of it's you see the zombie apocalypse, less zombie killing, more of these 2 characters trying to figure out what's going down while still fitting in a game of catch up once in a while.
What's Kristen's
Well, going
number
with
3?
zombies also, I just have to say 2 words: black sheep.
Shut up.
You knew I was
No,
gonna.
I don't want to hear it. Okay, so my
when I hear
number
that, I think
3,
Chris Farley
my
and
number
David
3 we've
Spade.
already talked about is The Shining.
The Shining. Okay.
Okay, I already talked about why I liked that one. So, Kyle, what the hell are you going to say now?
Say it quick so we can get to Ed.
Sixth Sense, actually. It's close.
You know what?
Not bad
I'm gonna
the
give it
very
to him.
first
I'm
time you
gonna give it to
watch
him. Yeah.
Because the first time I watched it, like
'Cause he sees dead people.
I was sitting there
But
and
you
like,
don't know that till the end.
at the very
No,
end.
he said it though.
Yeah, but at the very end, like I was sitting there going, "Damn it, Bruce Willis, you got me!" Like, like he tricked. Like I'm sitting there the entire movie. I'm just like, "You're simple. Like, what's wrong with you?"
The more horrifying twist, that movie spawned in Shyamalan's career.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, see, it should have stopped there, in my opinion.
It
I've
should've.
seen
Yet
a
it
few
made
of
your
them.
horror top 5 list.
I liked Unbreakable after
Well,
that. So.
it was good. It was
Unbreakable,
great.
I thought was probably M. Night Shyamalan's
Yeah,
best
It
movie.
is. his
However,
best
who's in
movie.
that one too?
I liked Unbreakable way better.
Who's in that one too?
I don't understand.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Whatever.
Apparently, they have to group those two for it to be a good movie.
Well, Bruce
just saying.
Willis like ups it by 50 cool
Right.
points every time he's
That's
in.
why I
Not
still
according
like
to Kevin
Live
Smith.
Free. Live Free or Die Hard. I still like that movie. Just sorry. Yeah, it's not horror though. Ed,
Okay.
Ed, turn.
Well, my number 3 was Nightmare on Elm Street. So we've already
covered
talked
that.
about it.
Oh, but
And
no,
we've
you
already
have something to
gone
add
with
to that
mine.
because we found the answer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Miramax was it? No, New Line.
Really?
New Line.
New
Cinema.
Line.
Okay, New Line.
Yeah, New Line.
Yeah, I always,
New Line,
the
Video Home
logos.
Entertainment.
I always got like
Yeah.
Dimension
Smart
and
Egg
New Line.
Pictures.
Dimension was the later studio that I think did Scream.
Yes.
Yes, Dimension did do.
Yeah,
Scream.
as a part of Miramax.
Yeah.
Gee, way to run my number. 2, whatever it was.
whatever. All right, so we're back to number 2.
Yeah.
No,
No?
his was it.
That was it?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't.
Who?
Stephen King's
On
It.
first?
All right.
You.
Shut up, Abbott.
Halloween.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
Definitely.
that is one of the scarier. Well,
Halloween-
No, Halloween 2 is actually the scariest movie for me. Wow.
Yeah.
See, I just can't get into the scary movies a lot of the times where it's a person that is after you or supposed to be a person or a slasher where it's just coming after you constantly with
Unless
a
it's
knife.
in your
And
dreams,
that
right?
person where it's like
Yeah,
you're running
right.
and they're coming at you very slow, and no matter how slow they walk, they're still caught up with you the whole time. Like, I don't know. I just
But at
can't.
first-
but then still, it's like the first and maybe the second one were pretty good, but then after that,
Well, yeah. After that, Michael's curse. Who cares?
And then what was it? The third or the fourth one didn't even have Michael Myers.
The third
was
one.
it about a bunch
Yeah,
of
third
kids?
one.
The third
I
one was
mean,
so bad.
Oh God! I mean,
fourth
so
one
when
tried
they
to
start to
redeem
get
it.
movies that bad in there,
yeah.
I can't.
Because when you
But
had
there-
that scene, when
I
you,
did like H2O though.
Yeah, that was actually pretty
H2O
good.
wasn't
Yeah.
bad for
I've seen that
a
one,
comeback.
actually.
It did well
Yeah.
for having a
Exactly.
little comeback there.
But I liked it because you had that slow trotting character
Yeah.
that didn't really have a backstory, didn't really have a reason. He's just going to come kill you. And that scene where he pops in, where you see it's the close shot on Jamie Lee Curtis, and he just comes in the background and stands there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a clip that was released, I think, from the opening night from when that movie first was released in theaters, and you hear people in the theater lose their damn minds.
Well, I mean, you got to also take in consideration when it did come out. I mean, horror movies. I mean, I remember going to a movie theater and people clapping at the end of movies.
Yeah.
I mean, people
No, that still
cheering for
happens.
the
It's
heroes.
fucking annoying.
No, I
No,
No, if you
man,
go to a
that's-
bad movie, it still happens, and you're just like,
no, that's
it
a
didn't
bad
deserve it.
movie, dude. I'm talking about when everybody.
Yeah,
knows
like
it's
when a movie's
blockbuster.
good,
Yeah.
when you have like a good opening night experience and everyone's in
You
it.
know,
Like the
as
opening
soon
night
as,
for
like-
The Dark Knight. I mean, that was
Like when
tremendous.
Luke
That one
Skywalker
I
showed
get.
up, everybody started clapping.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. They're all
Yeah.
whooping.
Opening night for the new Star Wars is going to be an experience
Yeah,
you have
it
to
will
go
be.
attend.
Well,
But
if you can get a
yeah, if
ticket.
you can get a ticket.
I mean, that shit's on eBay for like $600 right now. It's ridiculous.
Good for them. They can keep that because
Right.
it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
going to
gonna
hit
watch it
Netflix in Canada the day I think the weekend it comes out. So it's going to hit torrents the weekend it comes out.
No. I got Netflix. Y'all can all have it. You can stream
Netflix
it.
Canada.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
called a proxy.
Yeah. You just.
You have an account registered in the United States.
No, you can move it. Literally, you just change where you're at. If I go, say I work in multiple
There's a
areas,
way to do it.
Yeah,
Just internet it.
It's done.
But I agree. The Halloween movies were a lot of fun, and they were probably. It's really difficult because I watched so many of them over and over and over to remember which one scared me the most the first time I watched them. But I remember that one for some reason was one of the ones that kept me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Always waiting, and it was because this dude's walking like 0.0006 miles per hour at you, yet he's right behind you the
Yeah.
whole time. So
No,
it's like
That was a similar thing to
Halloween
Friday the 13th.
2, yeah.
with
Halloween
Jason.
2 introduced Mr. Sandman to me. That was one of the scariest songs.
I screw with him on lunch on a daily basis.
Kyle knows that because of Halloween 2, I cannot stand Mr. Sandman.
Mr. Sandman.
I mean, God.
Like we'll be standing outside on a break, and it pops in my head, and I'm just like, he hasn't really pissed me off today, so I'm not going to do it out loud. But it usually comes out anyways, and he just looks at me like, don't. Like,
all right, Kristen, knock it out.
Numero dos.
Number 2 actually is a good one for me. Pumpkinhead.
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 They kind of got cheesy after the third one.
Oh, well, no, just the very first one.
She's like, no, none of the others.
I don't think
number
I've
one.
even watched it.
Pumpkinhead 2 was all right.
One.
Yeah, 1 and 2 weren't
The very
bad. 3.
first one holds a place in my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, and it just has that element to it. And then I can't even think of his name right now, but the one who plays the father, I've liked him in everything he's been in.
This is why you're here, Ed.
we'll call him Dad.
I can't think of it, but yeah.
I'd Google it, but I don't care.
When I was a kid, that movie freaked me out. The old witch that brings it back to life, her little ritual, just the whole thing. It seemed like one of those things that really could be real in the backwoods, country somewhere.
Definitely.
With Pumpkinhead, I always I kind of lop it in with Puppet Master.
A little bit.
Kind of loop those two. Whenever I'm watching movies, I kind of do a little.
They almost go together.
Yeah.
They complement each other
And
a little bit.
then they kind of also brought you Trick or Treat, which was actually one of the more recent horror movies that I kind of liked because it was a kid doing it all in a pumpkin costume.
Yeah.
So, So
what you got at number 2, Kyle?
So this one's because of you.
So Ed, what do you have at number?
No, you actually like this one, I think. 'Cause it's your fault. Because this movie slightly, it terrified me because I was young when you made me watch it. Army of Darkness.
Okay, well, I'll allow it.
Because I was like, I wasn't even 10 yet. I don't know when I was because that's way long ago. And you're like, oh, watch this.
See, the problem for Kyle was that I introduced him to this movie before he would think that the campiness was fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it was
because
just
that
I didn't know what
scary.
campy meant yet. So
That
I'm
one
just sitting
is
there
a little
going,
more funny.
well, no,
Yeah,
it has the comedy stuff. Like if I watch
but
it
it's
now,
still-
it's funny.
You got to think about when he
Still
was introduced.
amazing.
He was probably like 6 when I showed it to him.
And I'm sitting there just going, like, I didn't understand any of the funny or even the the other fun stuff. You just sitting there going, that better not happen. Like, that's the mindset I
would
remember.
definitely never argue with you on a selection. Army of Darkness
But yeah,
is amazing.
that's why I chose that one for my number 2. Is because I remember. I mean, you've introduced me to a lot of stuff young. That was great. That one.
That may be
it's
why he
like-
doesn't like horror.
Probably between that and X-Files, like every time, like I couldn't eat dinner because of this fucker. Like he's like, we're eating nachos.
That's why I got so
Yeah.
fat. I got his dinner too.
You didn't scare Dane. Why is he the smallest? I don't understand. Yeah, I was abused pretty much.
So let's hear about your number 2.
my number 2 is
The choice, not your actual number 2.
Well,
No,
I
don't do
was
it.
actually talking about that. No, my number 2 is Eden Lake.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I
so
hadn't heard that one.
this is
Have you seen it?
British movie.
Maybe, probably not.
Seen
It's a British movie. Basically, it's
knew you would do that. I called it.
it was
And one movie that nobody's heard of.
High five there.
it
You
was
did that.
it's basically a couple. They go out to
That's why I have 20 things on my list.
and they go picnicking out into like this lake, Eden Lake, and they're out there, and then all of a sudden they start hearing noises and they hear kids running by, and then they go out to investigate, and then just havoc ensues, and then you find out that it's like 5 16-year-old kids. Or no, they were younger than that. They were like 11 and 12.
Yeah, 9 to 12, I think.
Yeah, so it was some fucked up shit with some little kids, and these kids start trying to kill you. And then at the end of the movie, they run into a house where there's a party going on, and it's the parents of those kids. And those parents are like, yeah, my kids are gonna fuck you up. So, like, for me, it was because of the realism. I mean, things that we can actually run into.
So-
and that's why it freaks me out because my wife
hate that we can run
wants to
into
go
that.
to picnics. My wife wants to do these things. I'm like, I'm not going outside.
I'm not really into it. I'm not really into
Are there
it.
going to be clowns?
So yeah, Eden Lake is my number 2.
Along those lines, have you seen a movie called The Strangers?
Yes.
Yeah, that was on my very lengthy list just because it's messed up. Like it's it's kind of the similar thing. Like there's no reason. It's
because you were home.
Yeah, that's one of the lines.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah,
in the middle of all this chaos, Liv Tyler asks, why did you do this to us? And like, because you answered the door.
Yeah,
complete randomness. Like, oh well.
Yeah,
it makes it hit home a little more when it's not like, oh well, they killed my dog.
Yeah.
It was like, nope, I knocked on 3 doors and you answered.
It revives that whole thing. It revives that sort of Halloween slasher kind of thing where there's no reason. There's just
No, I mean they did a great write up on Fangoria's last month's issue on the following.
The Strangers.
The Strangers, excuse me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
So number 2.
My number 2 is one of my favorite semi-recent horror movies.
Okay.
Cabin in the Woods.
I thought. I knew you were going Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
We talked about those other 2 a minute ago, and all 3 of those are really kind of like the next generation of horror movies for me. Scream didn't do it for me.
Right.
Realistically, I couldn't get into those, but those 3 movies and Cabin in the Woods in particular, just because it's like, dude, people are just watching you die. Like they're having to sacrifice.
Oh, yeah. Just like explaining every reason why it's the horror dies first. And
it was just like a fun and games thing. So it did take away from the scariness but then they got some scenes. Yeah, they're making bets on it. Just kind of the cavalierness of what they were doing, and then the overall long-term story was kind of cool too with the sacrifice and stuff.
Right.
And it didn't hurt that it had some of the Whedon people in it from a couple of the different shows, primarily Dollhouse.
Yeah.
Josh knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, Josh does. He does a great job. And most
I wish he would have had free reign on Avengers 2.
Right.
Because God, that movie kind of.
But that would be probably the one right now. That if my top 5 list was on all at the same time on different channels, odds are that would be my go-to one at this point. Like, it's new enough for me to still have that. I can watch enthusiasm about it.
It's not some outdated.
Yeah, But my number 1 is also
we'll go.
Something I can watch at any time too. So.
Chad, number 1.
The number 1 was Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. All right,
it's a worthy spot for the movie.
It is. It's a good
number
spot.
1 for me is a trilogy, and that is the Evil Dead trilogy: Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness.
That's my number 1 as well. So
Bruce Campbell is the man. Sam Raimi, he knows his shit.
Sam's great.
The homemade special effects and the storyline. I mean, the cheesiness mixed in with the action and horror. It was like that perfect level. Especially number 1. Number 1 is way more horror than a lot of people remember it being. And they will always be my favorite. They're actually tied with my favorite other 2 trilogies of all time. So, which are Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And mine's the same. What I really enjoyed about it is kind of the same thing I like about Cabin in the Woods.
Wait, I just got a headache. You said Lord of the Rings
and the Hobbit. Yes, because I'm sorry. Bilbo was way cooler than fucking Frodo. So
how tall are you?
Bilbo was not a little bitch.
I'm tall though. Like
Frodo was a little bitch. So. I love Bilbo and I like the fact.
Dumbledore. I don't know.
Yeah. So let's keep on with the horror. Stuff,
yeah.
But
like that's mine as well. So I'll just continue on. But I think one of the things I really liked about it was it made fun of itself.
Right.
And that was a big thing for horror at the beginning days is because the special effects weren't all that, because apparently they couldn't find thinner fishing string to hang things from and drop things from, that it was hard to take some of it serious. They gave you with that kind of right off the bat, kind of scare you, kind of surprise you thing. But after you saw it once, and then the way you can tell it dangles when it hits and stuff like that really kind of made it a little less scary. But they embraced that in that trilogy, and it kind of just basically said, I know this is going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. It's going to be cheesy, but we're all going to have the most fun we've ever had making this movie.
If you go back and watch the interviews with the cast and Sam Raimi, they talk about how he loved to just beat the shit out of Bruce Campbell and everything that he could find. You know, just the fact that he had to make all of the blood and stuff other colors, or he wouldn't have been able to release the film because it would have been too gory. So the reason, you know, there's all the green blood and all these other different colors that he just randomly throws in there is because he had to change it from being blood colored. Just the different things you learn about what they did and how they even created some of the special effects. It's just
well, you know, you
cool.
felt that when you watched the movie.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell when a movie is there and the actors just wanted their paycheck and they moved on to their next project. This was one of those things where, like, they got a hard on driving into work because they were going to have that much fun. That day, like they were just gonna love the day they're gonna have. They'll work 16 hours. They don't care. Like, it's gonna be a good day.
That should be an expression we can use on a daily basis. Like, I can never use that expression, but I want to.
Why were you late? Well, you know, I got so excited that
Steering wheel kept turning to the left.
So our previous conversation, because I believe we're on my number one, right?
Yes, we are.
So it just changed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, this is why, because you made me realize something, and then I realized. So my number one before this, I'm going to pull a Chadish. So my number one before this was Scream, because was because
he doesn't watch horror movies.
I had a fun experience because I saw Scream in the theaters on a date. Like, yeah, it's my number one. However,
first time I got a hold of hand.
wait. My mic is like screwing up, but you get an over the pants handy, and this makes it the best.
No, it's because I was able to pull it off when I was almost as scared as she was. Because I'm not a horror flick person.
Ed.
No. My actual number one.
Number one now.
So I thought about it once Neil said I ruined it for him, which he's correct. But then I retried because I have a lot of friends that love horror and a lot of friends that love horrors, but that's a different story. But no, Hannibal Rising is actually my number one because when I went and saw that, it kind of pulled me into horror again, and I want to. Because it's a B
Really, you would
horror.
put Hannibal Rising before Silence of the Lambs? Are you fucking
You know why? Because he screwed
If
me.
you're going to call Hannibal Rising a horror, but then you're not going to put Silence of the Lambs on your list?
You know why?
Holy
I honestly
shit.
cannot remember the entire movie of
I
Silence of the
have
Lambs
no
because of
faith
Neil.
in you at all right now.
No, but I'm willing to watch them again because of that movie, and that's why I rate it number one. And my list may change next year, but that
Your
movie,
list may change later today.
Well, no, it'll change as I watch them. But like everyone knows, I avoid them. Like they're not my genre. I'm a sci-fi, fantasy. Like those are my things. So that's the first movie I watched. Someone talked me into watching it. That's the first one that brought me back into it after Neil scarred me for life.
Do you remember watching The Nightmare on Elm Streets at all?
No.
You should, because you can actually latch on to the
made
fact.
me block that.
No, as you want to watch them, you can kind of latch on to the fact that they are a fantasy horror because it's a dream that
dream
it's all
world.
happening in. So you should be able to identify with that, with the
And
genres
Freddy
you
becomes
like.
a superhero by movie 3.
And how long ago was this? Because Hannibal Rising was like a couple years ago, or you just mean Hannibal?
2007.
Yeah, I
Hannibal
scarred him
Rising.
for a long
Holy
time.
shit.
You live
my
with my
God.
brother. You know, like there's a reason that sci-fi fantasy. Like I got that shit down. Like no one really compares. That's me. When it comes to horror, like I haven't seen half this shit because I'm like, I saw the
maybe you
preview
should pick
and
now
I
is the
have a
time to
bad
stop
history.
patting yourself on the back, having got to your number one.
Jeez.
All right, so my number
But it was a
one.
good opener. That's
My number one is Funny Games. It was a German movie
see
that was remade
Hold
by the
on.
U.S.
Has anyone else seen this movie? We're actually no. For the
I saw
podcasters,
the remake.
I've seen the remake.
For the ones that are watching on YouTube,
but
you're gonna
it
have
was
to reference this.
definitely
Raise your hand if
nothing
you've
worth
seen it.
putting on a top 20 list.
Yeah, again, it's
The
neighbor
remake.
kids
Maybe the
killing
German.
you.
You have a problem with neighbors.
I have,
problem
I have
with little kids. Wait.
Move to a
what
better
about Children of the
neighborhood.
Corn?
I'm not afraid of Isaiah, okay, or Zachariah. Those fuckers want to fuck with me, I'll kill them. But the pretty boy who comes to my door for some eggs, I'm definitely afraid of him. That preppy kid.
I'm gonna send people to his house. Can I have a cup of sugar?
Like,
and just watch you trim.
You know what it is?
Children of the
No.
Damned.
Does he have Amazon
Village
now?
of the Damned.
fun with this.
I mean, the thing is, okay.
What about those two little kids that speak in unison?
Which kids?
I don't know.
Like
they're
in The
they're
Shining.
in The Shining, and in the other movies where they're in the hallway and they just like stand there and say the
That's
same
still
thing.
The Shining.
That's still the Shining.
No, it was in a newer one. Was it The Ring? Did they do that in The Ring too?
No.
The American Horror Stories. Hotels?
Oh, it is in the new
That's
American
actually
Horror
good.
Story.
I like that.
Yeah, no, I do have a problem with pretty white people. Okay, and
I always thought you
they
might
try
not
to
like
kill
me?
and they're trying to kill me. They for no fucking reason. I can understand it if there's a reason. Like
Racism
okay,
is real.
So you brought Children of the Corn. Okay, there's a reason for that.
How scared are you right now?
The sinners. Dude, I am definitely afraid all the time.
No. Wrong. He's given all of us a reason. He's like, if it happens, it happens.
No, but you can definitely see that style actually has an effect on you because it.
No, it does, because it's
the
in-
children.
Yeah, it's people killing for no
And
reason.
see, for me, it's
you
like,
know?
no, I'll kick the shit out of that kid. That kid doesn't
Right?
scare me.
Yeah. I think you have a little too much confidence over there.
No,
called the
I just
Napoleon
don't like
complex.
kids.
I
I'm
think
just
you
like,
overestimate
I'll
how
just
much she
take that kid
cares
out.
about kids.
Like, nah, that kid's gonna try to threaten me.
Yeah, I mean, no, I have a problem
taller
with
than that.
people killing for no reason. Children of the Corn, there was a reason. Sinners die, kind of thing. So yeah, my whole thing is people just killing for no reason, and if they're young. So fuck them.
If you're
So
35,
there's some ageism in the racism.
Yeah.
We can hear you. It's cool.
When my son
distorting
becomes
me.
of age,
Talk louder.
he's gonna scare me.
I'm just fiddling with knobs. I don't know what's happening.
You're just twisting knobs over
I
there.
really know. I don't know.
So
Turn a little bit.
I guess that's the end of our top 5.
Yeah, I mean, mine was the trilogy, the Evil Deads, which
Mine-
is now
mine was
I'm.
horrible.
If you notice, I made a Sam Raimi sandwich.
I did.
We started with Ash versus Evil Dead and ended with So
Evil Dead.
that was what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
With a bunch of horror cream between them. So what? And we don't really care about your point of view right here. Just so you know, don't think you need to add to the conversation.
Oh no, now I want to. Like, I'm going to inject.
What were probably just kind of quickly one or two that should have you thought were right on the edge of your top 5?
Okay,
there can only be 5.
Really,
so, I mean,
really, The Thing.
The Thing.
I left The Thing off.
It's in my top 10. I think.
I mean, that was Kurt Russell, man. Come on, that dog, Wilford Brimley. Come on, I want some oatmeal from him.
Beatus.
But now I don't. So yeah, The Thing was one of the movies that I left off, which I felt that should have been on my list. But
John Carpenter's son.
Yep.
For me, one that I left off would have been actually probably one of the only newer one, sort of new, that I had on my list was The Descent.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that movie. Also, though, Stephen King's Pet Cemetery. Honestly,
I was wondering about that.
and it wasn't the pets that really got me. It was that damn sister of the mother that had that like disease or whatever with her bag, which is like Rachel.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That was one of the freakiest scenes to
Save
me.
that clip right there.
See, I
That's
almost went Chad on my number 5 and just said
Stephen King.
Because there's 3 movies now that have been mentioned: Shining, It, and Pet Cemetery.
I mean,
that
Stephen
all 3
King
of those
movies kind of just
should be in most people's
back
top
in the
10.
day.
Yeah, they're all 3 staples. That was difficult. Pet Cemetery.
Well, also Cujo,
It was
by the way.
difficult.
Cujo,
to
yeah,
I
Cujo,
only
that's
wanted
right,
to
yeah.
keep one Stephen King in mind. That's why
I kind of did the same, but I mean, you very well could have had that at like number 4. I'm like, here's the top 4 Stephen King horror movies, and it would have fit. So, I mean, I definitely see that.
Yeah.
for sure. You have
Okay.
you had a pretty detailed list. What almost made it for you?
I was borderline between Halloween and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series.
I was hoping that someone brought that one up. What do you think about the remake?
The Jessica Biel reboot,
Yeah.
I liked a lot.
I actually did think the reboot was done well. The first
I actually
one.
watched that one.
The first
It was
one,
Jessica
not
Biel.
any after that. But
Yeah,
the first
definitely
reboot,
the first one.
The first reboot
Yeah.
was done very well, and I
'Cause it
think
hit-
they did a great job at just bringing it.
Yeah, it hit
to
around the
our-
time that you had like a lot of those found footage movies coming out. It was post Blair Witch, so it had some of those elements to it. But the whole start with like this is like the police footage and things like that.
Yeah, I like
well,
that.
and then the whole just her shooting herself in the van, just that completely
Yeah, that.
unexpected thing, like she just takes it out of her crotch or something, just bam. Like, I mean, just there were
the way
elements
it drops
to
you
it.
into this world, very much like this is the whole reason why. I
And
like
the guy
reading
that
Stephen
plays
King.
the sheriff,
is because
he's the man.
Like Stephen King, from page 2 drops you in the shit,
Yeah.
and this movie got you deep into the whole scene right away. We're about to wrap up. I think we're good.
You gotta
Yeah,
go.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre would.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of surprised nobody added any found footage movies.
Well, that
so.
and
I thought about adding.
I figured if
Texas
anyone,
Chainsaw
Kyle
Massacre.
would.
It was another.
What
close
about
one.
Amityville
Just
Horror?
listed like Tyler Perry movies. That
I'm
would've been
never
horror.
scared of a house.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't surprise me, but I figured it may hit someone's
Yeah,
list just
no,
because of the
I
reboot.
I actually
and all
thought
that.
they did decently with
I like-
that one reboot.
with
Yeah, the
Ryan
Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds.
Yeah, I thought that was
They did
better than the
decent.
original, personally.
The original, yeah.
It was.
So,
Yeah.
but I guess we'll wrap it up since the Sir Ed has to go home.
Get both these
yep.
in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn
But yeah,
your
that was
responsibilities.
our Halloween.
I know,
Don't
right?
forget the Libsyn, the Facebooks.
I'm gonna do a postscript since my mic is screwing up, but I'm gonna have a tag at the end of this whole thing.
Okay.
And,
Don't forget Charlie's Party.
Charlie's
Come to
Party.
Charlie's
and
Party, asshole.
Yeah, you should come to
And
the
Ash
party
versus
Your
Evil
after.
Dead.
costume, asshole.
Unless you don't know us.
And also, oh yeah, wear a costume, asshole. And also,
Did I miss a
try and stop
commercial?
by Killer Kaiju on
Oh.
Halloween.
Yeah, throw that
Yeah.
out there. Actually, you told me, because you're not going to mention it, apparently, Killer Kaiju on Halloween is giving out free shit.
Well, that's what I meant when I said
Yeah,
stop
But
by
you-
Killer Kaiju.
but
yeah, well, he just said that. Like literally,
You didn't mention
the last
a
thing
free-
he said before you said
have
that was
to
the
say
same thing you
free.
said.
You have to say free.
well, no, you stop by. If you don't, then you miss out.
No, there's free stuff. Stop by and buy other shit at the same time. All right. Can
So
you
that was
start the
difficult.
Damn music.
Stop. Cue that shit.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one.